Tad on the gain as well. How is it now, people? How is it now? Tech Tree says great. Amanda's Jagme says yes. Tech Tree says it's fine now. Orpheus says great. Plutone says good. Cadem Stewart says yes. Chelsea Taylor says perfect. Perfect! Okay, it's good to know that everything's working now. Affected Wind says great. Affected Wind, how are you, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long, long time. Yeah, okay, so let's get going then. So, now that we've sorted all the tech issues, let's get properly started. So this stream is all going to be about building our final interior that we're going to build on stream, which is right at the back. I don't remember who suggested it. It might have been Dr. Zombology, maybe, I want to say. Might have been Proton Rads suggesting build a Church of Atom. Because if you think about it, Diamond City is a multi-religion city. It does have the church on the lower level, where they say all religions are welcome. But, obviously, the Church of Atom, they're a bit different, you know. Their beliefs would harm a lot of people because they need radiation around them at all times. So, therefore, they've got their own church on the upper stand. But I thought, what if we could make it a bit more interesting than just building a church? What if we made this building, this church, which we actually designed to look kind of like one of those Japanese feudal towers, you know, with the flags going off and it going off at a point? I thought, what if we make this tower also be the main power generator for the upper stand? You know, have a nuclear reactor in there. So the people who are living on the top can say, I don't want to go near the nuclear reactor. Let the people from the Church of Atom fix the reactor, and they can also worship in the same place, you know, because it'll be full of radiation. So that way, Church of Atom guys are happy because they're surrounded by radiation, and people on the upper stand are happy because they have nuclear power. So I think that's probably the best way to go ahead and do this. You know, I think that'll be a really good way to go ahead and get this done. I have gone ahead and pre-built a cell. So how about we go ahead and enter the cell? Okay, so let's go to this cell right here. Currently, it is just a floor. It is just a floor currently. In fact, it's a roof, technically speaking, but it really doesn't matter. And this is going to be the basis of what will become our church. And what we're going to do, we're going to build it the same way we built the other interiors. We're going to go ahead and grab the exterior, copy and paste it into here, and then try to make it work within its actual scale. Because that works really, really well. I think it's really, really cool when people do that. What else are people saying, though? Callum Sloan says, I'm an atom fanatic. Oh my gosh. Well, technically, we're all made of atoms and stuff like that, so we should all technically be fanatics. Affected Wind says, usually at work when you stream. Yeah, it's a shame that, man. Like, I always try to stream at... Oh my gosh. A can of Pringles has donated $5 Australian through Super Chat. Says, hang radioactive barrels from the ceiling. Oh, that's a cool idea. Everyone go ahead and chant, Pringles, Pringles, Pringles. Once you pop, you cannot stop. Everyone go ahead and chant Pringles in the chat for going ahead and donating $5 via Super Chat. Thanks so much, matey. That's really, really nice of you. First donation of the day. And obviously, these streams are entirely ad-free. They are entirely ad-free. And the reason we do that is because we don't want Google going ahead and interrupting our streams. We want to go ahead and just have the streams be about us, about me and you, and of course the build. So, we don't have ads on these streams. But unfortunately, it means that we have to go ahead and rely on other sources of income, such as Patreon. You can see the Patreon people scrolling below right now. And also, we have the YouTube sponsor program, which is now called the membership program. YouTube has renamed it the membership program, and rather than sponsoring the channel, you join the channel. So go ahead and click on the button just above the chat which says join. And that's a really good way to go ahead and help me out. It really would help out. We've had a lot of people stop joining because when you join, there should be a little box which says auto renew, so you stay joined. Most people forget to tick that. It's kind of out of the way. I don't blame them. So make sure you go ahead and tick that if you want to stay joined and keep help supporting the channel every single month. You get the special emotes in the chat, and also they're going to start rolling out lots of new features for people who are joined to the channel, members of the channel. They're going to start rolling out things like special emotes to use in just the comment section of videos, which I've been asking for ages, which is great. They're also going to go ahead and make it so that there can be like a special tab to where I can send only people who are joined messages and stuff like that, which is a really cool way to go ahead and do that. You know, it's kind of like making it a little bit like Patreon, you know? So please consider going ahead and joining if you want to, or if you can't go ahead and join, there is also the Super Chat button just above the text box. That's also a way to donate directly to the channel. So please consider going ahead and doing some of those things if you want to help see Final Render keep growing. We're going to buy a new graphics card pretty soon, remember? Maybe the end of this month. So let's hopefully try to raise some money ready for that. Hopefully. We don't even know if it's coming out at the end of the month. We'll find out, won't we? I like talking about computers. I've done that quite a bit this stream, haven't I? What else are people saying, though? Let's go ahead and stop that right there. Chelsea Taylor says, still like sponsor, better I don't know. And Pluto has donated $2 through Super Chat and says, will this be a mod? Everyone go ahead and chant, Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. Everyone go ahead and chant Pluto in the chat for donating $2 via Super Chat. That is awesome, buddy. That goes directly to helping me. So thanks very much, matey. And yes, this will be a mod. In fact, it is a mod which is available, or will be available, sorry, for all systems, you know, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox One. And it will be available for free with no assets required. You will not need to download any other mods. You don't even need any DLC. So please consider sharing the stream as well. Go ahead and share the stream with a share spike if you want to go ahead and tell people that this awesome mod is being made. Because it is awesome. And it's nearly done. I do need to go ahead and adjust that though, don't I? I need the share spike to be over the webcam. What if we got the share spike graphic and moved it over there? That's exactly what we need to do. Right, put that down now. Sorry, it's playing lots of loud noises for you guys, wasn't it? Well, it's a pretty cool sound. It's like boom. It's like the Terminator. Alright, so that's that there. Might as well grab the door. Why not? Grab the door. Yeah, right now, I'm just grabbing all of the walls. It's kind of irritating because these flag things, they've got a huge radius. And it's very easy to click on them as well as the things you want to click on. So it's very, very annoying. But once this is done, pretty much the entire place will be built. We just need to go ahead and decorate it almost. Critique Gamer says, since we're on the topic of fallouts and religion, is the belief from nothing of Far Harbor like atheism or something else? My brain is confused. On the topic of fallout religion, is the belief of a nothing from Far Harbor like atheism? It could be atheism. It could be being agnostic. Not necessarily atheism though. You know, atheism is kind of the belief that there is no God. Whereas something like agnostic is that there could be, but right now I need evidence, basically. And you know, I don't know what I think. You know, I'm always of a kind of person who says I would like to see evidence for stuff. But for the whole religion thing, I just don't buy it myself. You know, if there was evidence, I'd change my mind, of course. So maybe I am agnostic. But for the most part, I generally do not believe that, and I do not think it is a good thing in general. But anyways, that's very off topic. Let's just go ahead and build the walls. Build the walls! We're gonna build a wall, and they're gonna pay for it. Well, no, they're not. I shouldn't laugh about that. That's still very much a hot topic. Oh, and of course, very sad news today, people. Unfortunately, we had the death of Barry Elliott, also known as Barry Chuckle. Very, very sad that was. Obviously. Oh my! And Window Licker Jack has donated $2 Australian. Wow, that's a name. Says currently 6 AM in Australia. How's it going, mate? It's going great knowing that people like you are here. Everyone go ahead and chant Window Licker, Window Licker, Window Licker. Everyone go ahead and chant Window Licker for going ahead and donating $2 via Super Chat. Thanks so much, matey. That's very kind of you. But yeah, everything's going good. Where am I now? Where am I now? But yeah, obviously very sad to talk about the death of old Barry Chuckle. Obviously part of children's entertainment. Definitely a part of my childhood entertainment anyway. And he was 73. If any of you guys haven't seen the Chuckle Brothers, it was very slapstick British comedy, meant primarily for children. But, you know, it was actually very witty. I was watching some this morning. I'm like, some of this stuff is comedy gold. You know, it's not just silly slapstick. There's a lot of general wit in here as well, which I love. And that's something I think which is very distinctive about British comedy, is that it can be for grown-ups and for children at the same time, which I really like. I really appreciate that. Okay, what else are people saying, though? We have got one lazy boy saying, to Final Render, who is your favourite companion? Dogmeat, because Dogmeat never judges me. You know, it doesn't matter if I steal something, rob someone, you know, put my finger in something I shouldn't know, unless it's, you know, to do with him. He just never judges you. Whereas Piper will be like, I don't think you should have done that, Blue. And I'll be like, shut up, Piper. And Kate will be like, oh, I don't think you should have done that. Or whatever accent she has. I forget, is she Irish or Scottish? I don't remember. I only used her as a companion once. But yeah, Dogmeat never judges you. It never says Dogmeat didn't like that. Unless, you know, you don't tickle his belly. That would be a cool mod, wouldn't it? You know, Dogmeat wanting you to tickle his belly and stuff. But if you don't do it, your affinity with Dogmeat goes down. That would be cool. It would be a bit weird if they gave you the Lover's Embrace perk, though, at the end. Yeah. I think we'd have to draw a line on that, you know. Fallout can do many things, but not that. But I won't do that. Oh, no. I would do anything for love. Oh, man. I forgot how many pieces this entire church section was. It's giant, it is. Well, you know, it's a big building. But once we've got everything properly working and input, then it'll be very, very easy indeed to get everything built. Dr. Pepper right there. That's fantastic. I love Dr. Pepper. Keeps me going. What else have we got right here? TC Games 65 says Irish. Oh, Kate is Irish, you see. Okay. I honestly didn't remember. As I said, I did the main quest with Kate. I thought at first I would like Kate, but then once you kind of do the quest and she kind of, you know, sobers up or whatever, she gets a bit dull. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't mean to be rude, Kate, but that was the best part of your character. Maybe we should go back to drugs. No, I'm kidding. I would obviously never encourage someone to do that. Okay, so grab some of these beams right here. Something which I love about this mod is that since every single building is made up of individual square panels, it means every building is unique. You have never seen any other buildings this shape in Fallout mods before, because it's completely unique, designed by us. Whereas other mods will be like, say they'll use a house you may have seen before. It's like, oh, that's the house I saw in Concord. You know, they'll use the same stuff. And Jonah D'Amato has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Jonah. Thank you very much indeed for that. Go ahead and pop that there. And pop it there. There we go. I don't need to bring the pipes in. I don't need to bring the pipes because they're going to stay on the exterior. It's actually part of the whole water system. Every building is connected via a piping network, and the pipes all lead back to the water purification area. So we actually do have a proper water and not irrigation system. What's the word? Purification system in the city. Oh my. And Affected Wind has donated $5 through Super Chat and says, have you thought about doing a build for sim settlements? I haven't, no. And as far as I'm aware, I don't know if that's a good idea, really. You know, it's like, it builds, isn't the whole point of sim settlements that it builds it for you? So it's like, well, what would I do then? You know? I don't really know. As I said, though, I've never really had much experience with it. Because I always thought sim settlements was, it builds it for you. Which is realistic, don't get me wrong. It's a very good idea for a mod. But is there really anything I can make a video out of if it just does it itself? I don't know. Maybe I'll download it just to see what the jazz is, you know, see what's up. Alright, go ahead and do that there. But yeah, it was very interesting going ahead and re-downloading all of my mods again. You know, it's often a good idea to go ahead and just delete all of your mods every now and then just re-download them all. Not only does it help performance and stuff like that, but you'll probably find that you don't need most of them. You'll probably find you only use like 20, and you might have 200 downloaded. And Pluto has donated $10 through Super Chat and says, I build many large settlements and have two different styles, Scrappy and OK. OK is usually for my Minutemen, and Scrappy is for my southern settlements like Vault 88 or Spectacle Island. Thank you very much for that donation, Pluto. Everyone go ahead and chant, Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. Woohoo! Everyone go ahead and chant Pluto in the chat for donating $10 via Super Chat. That is fantastic, buddy. Very sorry to hear about you being, you know, demoted to not being a planet anymore, Pluto. Sorry about that. But I've typically always done really pretty unlaw friendly mods mostly, or settlements, sorry. That's always kind of been my thing, but recently I've started to do much more, not so much law friendly, but scrappy stuff. You know, because you could argue this entire Diamond City expansion isn't very law friendly just because it's so huge. It's like, how the hell would you do this? You know, but you know, we've got little things in there to kind of explain how it might work. Like, there's lots of cranes below the city, which will kind of explain, oh, so they do have cranes. You know, they could have built something this high. But I don't know. I think it's law friendly. I think this mod is law friendly. But for the most part, I would do almost like pre-war builds. And you know, I do like the pre-war stuff. Because I just think, why would you not clean the tables and stuff like that, you know? Why would you not do it? And Celsius or Zelia says, everyone's computer is too crappy to handle the mod because Diamond City just gives you rubbish FPS. My computer's too rubbish to handle it right now. It really is. Like, in places, I get like 35 or so, which is not ideal, but it's fine. You know, it's fine. You can play with 35 frames a second. Keep in mind, my computer is actually technically under spec. I've actually got a 970 in this when I should have something in the 10 range. So, you know, this card is very, very old. That's why I'm upgrading at the end of the month. To hopefully, like a, what's it called? 1180. Or maybe like a 2080 or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? I might wait till September, though, because supposedly the new Titans will be coming out then. That would be cool. If I can afford that, that is. But, yeah, so 30 FPS in some places is fine. But when you look at the city as a whole, you know, in its entirety, then yeah, it can drop to like 10 or 15. So it can be quite tricky sometimes. But we haven't done any optimization yet, remember. There's a lot of stuff we can do to optimize this. And I just realized we don't need this section, do we? Because there's nowhere else to go after this. Yeah, there isn't. Okay, so we just need to go ahead and grab this floor piece here. Just go ahead and group those together. Why not? I think that's everything. There will be gaps. There will be gaps, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and jump into our actual cell. Time to actually start working now. It takes forever, I know. But now we've done that, most of the building's done. Okay, so it is Church of Atom Diamond City is the name of the mod. Okay, so now, paste it in. Okay, so it's pasted in now. There we go, that's our little building right there. And we need to go ahead and raise it up. You raise me up. And give it a rotate. There we go. So now, where's our floor piece? Floor piece is right there. There we go. So now, I don't really know what to do with it now. If I'm completely honest, I've got an image in my head for what I want to do with this build, but I'm not certain if it'll work well, because this is a really, really tight space. Really tight. Oh, very tight. You know, so tight you go, ooh, again. But I don't really know how it's going to flow. But we'll see, we'll see. The idea is to make a very tall tower with some kind of big radioactive source in the middle. I don't mean like, you know, radioactive ketchup. I mean literally like a reactor, or I originally wanted a missile, but I don't think there's any missiles in the game big enough. And I wanted to have this giant missile in there and have different platforms at every height. That way, no matter where you were in the building, you could always be near the source of radiation. You know, whether on the first floor, second floor, or third floor, you can all be equally near the radiation source. I think that's nice, you know, it's pretty. But I don't know. What else are people saying, though? Laura Elsher says, this mod will be better after optimizing. I certainly hope so. And hey, Laura, you're in the chat. Nice to see you. And Lazy Boy keeps spamming potato. Please do not do that, buddy. Please do not do that. Gareth Hole says, use rad showers so they can test their faith. Ooh, rad showers. I don't really know how much we can cram into this, if I'm completely honest. We'll have to find out. Because it is very, very confined. But that's kind of what I wanted, you know. I wanted the people who not only work in here, but worship in here, to be very close to the radioactive source, you know? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and apply this right here. What I've just done, I've just set that to be our kind of floor plane. And now we're going to go ahead and add the flooring. Very simple flooring, just simple wooden flooring. Doesn't need to be anything else. Simple wood flooring will do just fine. It's got genuine artificial laminate. Right, so that's good. That's the floor in place then. What's the best way to do this, though? Well, let's go ahead and ungroup all of this so we can actually work with it. Go ahead and, where is it? Ungroup. There we go. So that's ungrouped now. And what I need to do, I'll probably go ahead and grab this old door right here. And just slide the door in a little bit. Slide the door inside, just so we've got a reference to where the door will be. There's a little reference point right there. So now, this is going to be harder than I thought, actually, now I think about it. Because it's such a confined area, isn't it? But anyways, what we need to do now, we need to tidy this place up, don't we? We need to tidy up the place. Get rid of all these damn flags, which are getting in the way. I love the flags, but they're an absolute nightmare to work with, because they take up so much space, and it's so easy to accidentally click on them. Go ahead and click on that, and click on that. And that one. Yes, please. There we go. So now, let's tidy it up from the inside. Oh my gosh! And Pluto has donated $5 through Super Chat and says, I have too many settlement mods that it takes 1 minute to open. Oh boy. This mod actually does take a long time to load, actually, sometimes. Sometimes it does take like a minute or two, because it's just so much sheer stuff. But something else which can also really help your load times is to delete a lot of your old save files. Because, you know, Fallout, it keeps a huge record of so many save files. You might have hundreds or thousands. Go ahead and get rid of most of the old save files you don't need anymore. And that will go ahead and help the load times also. It's definitely helped me in the past. Okay, so let's tidy this up then. Let's go ahead and tidy it up. What I need to do is go ahead and make this place look neat. And make it look like it's tidy from the inside. Because from the outside it looked okay because we already tidied it. But from the inside it looks a bit sloppy. Looks a bit sloppy Joe. Which apparently I like burger things. I'm not too sure. So we got that there. We normally use like these kind of big, thick, girthy pieces of wood right here to go ahead and hide the seams. Hiding the seams is actually quite important because sure you can just go ahead and have like these edges poking out and stuff like that, but it just looks bad. It doesn't look scrappy. It looks like you haven't hidden it, you know. It looks like you've been lazy with the design. So we can just go ahead and get it close enough to the edge of the wall you want, and then just put one of those wooden beams down. Then all of a sudden you've got a tidy edge, you know? Tidy. Tidy like, mate. Right, lower it down just a tad more. There we go. And duplicate it, flip it, throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. Ah, sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, what else are people saying though? Canna Pringle says, anyone else find it weird that makes in Sonic the Hedgehog are naked but females are wearing clothing? Oh, that males in Sonic the Hedgehog are wearing clothing. Tell you the truth, I find Sonic weird. Sonic is a very weird series. It's a series that everybody loves, but also nobody loves. You know? So nobody really likes Sonic. They might like the old ones. But overall, as a whole, it's got more misses than hits. You know what I'm saying? Like, nostalgia can go a long way, and Sonic proves that. It really can. Tell you the truth, even when I was a kid, I thought it's okay. It's not that special. But maybe that was just because I didn't actually have a Sega system. I don't know. Okay, so go ahead and duplicate that again. Yeah, there's lots of weird franchises which have had more bad games than good games, but are really ultimately loved. Like, Tekken is a good one. Tekken's had a lot of really rubbish games. But, you know, the first three were so good. And there's been a couple decent ones on PS2 that is still kind of going on. And that's Bandai Namco, isn't it, Tekken? Is it Namco? Tekken? I think so. Alright, put that there. What else are people saying, though? Let's go and see what people are saying in the chat. Tavern Sheldon says, the Church of Atom should be the city power plant. Yes, that is definitely what we're doing. We're going to have a big source of radiation in the middle. I'm not sure if we're going to have a reactor or like a missile of some kind, which they're kind of somehow working with. I don't know, maybe they've got wires coming out of the missile or something to go ahead and have some kind of mini fission reactor. But yeah, we definitely want to go ahead and do that. The idea is kind of like the people in the upper city, they want nuclear power, but they don't want to go ahead and do it themselves. So it's like, you know what, guys, you know what? Let the people in the Church of Atom go ahead and be the janitors. Because then they can go ahead and be near all the radiation they want. They can go ahead and fry their brains and melt their eyeballs and cornhole each other until there's no tomorrow. And then we get nuclear power. Alright, so let's go ahead and raise this up now. Oh, we actually already got tidy beams right there. Tidy beams. Tidy beams, tidy beams. What I'm going to do, I'm going to group these together and get rid of the old ones. I'm going to get rid of the old ones because the old ones are different size and stuff like that, whereas these ones are the correct size already. So let's just get rid of the old ones and replace them with the newer ones. Why don't we get the old ones and put them over there? Okay, that seems like... Is that all of them? Yeah, I think that's all of them. And now raise this up a little bit now. Just like that. There we go. That's right on the seam, is it? A little higher. There we go. Now it's on the seam. And just need one more up the top then. One more up the top. I do like the idea of maybe changing the exterior as well. To have like a big open hole in the top. Kind of like a spotlight. And maybe like if we do somehow get a missile of some kind, have the missile poking out of the top, you know? Like imagine that's the hole and then that's the missile going through the top. Maybe it's a bit of a bigger missile. I don't know. Something like that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. What else are people saying, though? Let's go and take a look. Contrast Elite says, add a wall of mini nukes and rockets. I do want to go ahead and just put as much nuclear stuff in here as possible. I definitely want to have lots of the fungus, you know, the brain fungus and stuff like that on the walls. I want to go ahead and make this place look absolutely, totally disgusting. Basil. Alright, so now to tidy up the walls and just hide all the gaps, it's pretty easy. You know, you just got to go ahead and make things bigger, move things about, slide it in, slide it out. You put your left leg in, your left leg out. You do the ookie cookie and you turn around. And I've got to go ahead and put my music on to repeat. There we go. Okay, so move them up a bit. And you know, we've gotten pretty good at doing this now, because when we first built the player home, we had no idea how it would work. But now we built the player home and the bar, we've gotten pretty good at designing these interiors. And there is another interior after this. There is the workshop player home, but I don't know if I'll stream that, because all I'm going to do is build a wall like this and then put a workshop in it. You know, it's not really going to be very exciting, and you're not really going to miss anything by not seeing that, you know? So how does it look now then? It looks pretty tidy. It generally does. We've got a little gap right there, so let's go ahead and what would be best for this? Would it be best to move it? And maybe lower that one down a bit. There we go. It'll be much easier to see the gaps and stuff like that once we actually jump in game. I'm going to see it in person, or in virtual person. But for now, we need to go ahead and do this. Alright, so that's that there. And we need some kind of supports on this section, don't we? I should have these beams. Indeed, I do still have these little metal beams here. I can go ahead and use these to hide the seams on the top parts. Just like that. Maybe move that one back a tad. There you go. And there's one in there too. Oh, there we go. That was perfect fit right there. Perfect fit. And there is a one there. Indeed there is, man. You know, planning. Working ahead, you know. Helps you out. What else are people saying though? Slime Boy says, hey Render, could you make a Minutemen base at College Square? Maybe. I don't know. Well, honestly, I don't even know what I want to do after this. What I have said I would like to do, actually, now I think about it, I would like to make a mod after this, which isn't a settlement. I'd like to try to make an armor set or something like that. I had this idea of, you know, Sturgis has got his, kind of tool belt. I would like to make something like that with Final Render branding on it. You know, say there's like a tape measure and it's got my channel logo on it or something. And also maybe make a hard hat with my channel logo on it or something. Make like a builder armor set, you know, like a tool belt that makes you look like a builder. And maybe it could be enchanted to, I don't know, make you build quicker or something. I don't know. But something like that, you know, I want to do something that I haven't tried before. And that probably won't take too long, he says. I said this one probably would only take a few weeks, maybe a few months. It's taken many months. But hey, it's been good, hasn't it? We've all enjoyed ourselves. We've learned about the creation kit. We've got to know each other. We've had some fun. We've had some drinks. We've had a few laughs. Sometimes we've had a few too many drinks. Sometimes you do things you don't want to remember. You know, sometimes you wake up next to someone you don't want to. You know, these streams get wild sometimes, you know? Not that I ever do that, though. No, not me. Not me. No. No, I'm one of those good boys. Okay, so bring that one right there. Oh, bring that one right there. Okay, so it's pretty tidy overall. I just need to go ahead and hide these gaps on this section. And we'll do that by grabbing... We'll grab some of this blue wood here, seeing as this is all mostly metal. Go ahead and vary up your materials and stuff like that. Someone just said, Can of Pringles just said, can't hear the music, so I've turned it up now. I'm very cautious when people say we can't hear the music. Because pretty much every time someone says I can't hear the music, I don't mean offense to you, Can of Pringles, I'm sure you know what you're talking about. But most of the time when people say I can't hear the music, I go back and listen to it after, and the music is way too loud after I turn it up. And nobody says a word. So I'm cautious. I am cautious, Manny Penny. Alright, so that's good. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I already did have a bit of blue wood up here. Oh, well. Alright, scale that up a little bit as well. I'm not too fussed if the interior looks slightly different, material-wise, than the exterior. Because you might have two levels of materials, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh, we got a donation here. TC Games 65 has donated $200 via Super Chat, who says, video card fund. Until you get your video card, No cheering yet. Shh. Okay. TC Gaming says no cheering yet. Cheer when we get the graphics card. So we're just all going to say thank you very much in the chat. We're just going to say thank you. We're not going to cheer. He says don't cheer. He says thank you. So thank you, TC Games. We will cheer once we've got the new graphics card. But thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. But yeah, remember, don't cheer. He said don't cheer yet. But thank you very much. That is exceptionally generous. Thank you so much, TC Games. I've spoken to TC Games a couple times after these streams and stuff like that. Really cool guy, TC Games. And he's got lots of cool, interesting stories and stuff like that as well. And not only that, but he's got a beastly computer. He actually sent a video link to my Discord. And he's got like a, what's it called? I think it's like a 1080 Ti EVGA for the win, 3s in SLI or something like that. Absolutely insane graphics card setup right there. But yeah, thank you very much, TC Games. Thank you very much indeed. We'll definitely go ahead and give you much cheers when it is all purchased and stuff like that. I'm really hoping they do announce the new cards at the end of this month. Because they are meant to announce them on the 20th and release the 1180 or the 2080, no one's too sure yet, at the end of this month. And then next month in September, they are going to release the, what is it? They're going to release the 1180 Plus, which I presume is for Titan, and also the 1170. Again, that's all based on rumours, but we will find out on the 20th. That's a Gamescom in Germany. There's a special NVIDIA conference which only certain people, including YouTubers, have been invited to, like computer nerd YouTubers. So I'm really looking forward to that. And dude, thank you so much. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you very much indeed. Wow. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that. Okay, but are we tidy now? Are we tidy and ready to jump into this cell and see what it looks like from the inside? Wants to feel you from the inside. Right, how about we scale it up a tad, just this one here. That's a little bit messy still. I think we're good to go ahead and jump in game, see what it looks like. It's going to be very tall. And one thing I would like to do, I'd like to have ladders leading to the different levels. You can't go ahead and just have ladders which the player can actually climb up, but you can have teleport markers without a loading screen. So you can just click on the ladder, and then you might get like a half a second black screen, you know, and then you're on the second level. I think we could do that. What are people saying though? Peter Drew says, Render, have you seen any cordless Vault mod videos? Yes, I have. I was talking to him about it. He's done a very good job with it. Him and his little, well, I'd say not little, him and his team have done a really good job with that mod. I really like the atrium that Cordless 7 did. Looks really, really nice. If you guys haven't seen Cordless, or Cordless VII, sorry. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, go check it out. We actually did a collab video once. And that was when he had less subs than me. He's doing very well, what can I say? And yeah, he's done a really good job with that Vault mod. I have said I'm willing to test it in VR for him, which I think will be cool. What else are people saying then? TC Game 65 says, thanks to all, and we will see what happens next, lol. Indeed we will. Slime Boy says, yes, I live in Germany. Yay, yay. I haven't been to Germany for a very long time. Not for a very long time. When was the last time I went to Germany? It might have been like 2007, 2008? No. 2010 maybe I last went to Germany. I like Germany. It's a lot like England, but just everything's a bit cleaner. You know, everything's a bit prettier. You know, it's like same kind of attitude to stuff, but just a bit more effort. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's go ahead and launch it. See, look, I got 24 mods. 24 mods. That's all I got. And none of them are building mods, because I had to go ahead and do like a full reinstall. Okay, so what else are people saying though? Let's go ahead and see what's up. One Lazy Boy says, bye everyone. Oh, Lazy Boy's off. Everyone say goodbye to one Lazy Boy, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to one Lazy Boy. Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you go ahead and tune into the streams again soon. That'll be very, very nice if you go ahead and do that. For we love you, buddy. We love you. Okay, so loading up into the game now. Yeah, go ahead and turn that off right there. And also, I wanted to turn that off, didn't I? Yeah, the FPS cap. See, here's the thing. You know, here's the thing. The actual mod itself, in places, 10 FPS. Main menu, like 700 frames. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Okay. Grab my peasant stick. Hit me with your peasant stick. Although a problem with having VSync off is that it means the menus can be a bit crazy, which is a single button press. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, what else are people saying though? Slimeboy says, Render, I think I have a cool idea. You could mod the submarine of the Chinese general. I believe you're referring to the Yangtze submarine. Lots of people have said that. I don't know what I'd do with it though, because it's very, like, it's got a quest in it, hasn't it? And I don't really want to mess with it for that reason. I believe it's full of feral ghouls or something. It's a very cool idea, you know, the fact that you find the boy on the pier saying, "There's a monster in the water," but it's just the periscope of the submarine. Really cool idea, that is. Really cool idea. I love the Yangtze concept. And it also kind of explained why the nuclear missile used on Boston, or at least one of them anyway, we don't know if there's any more, wasn't that big, because it was from a submarine rather than, say, an ICBM, which came from, you know, the far end of the world. Hal Elite says, "I'm watching you instead of drinking with the family on holiday in Turkey. Why not watch it together? Go ahead, grab your tablet, grab a beer, or wine, or whatever, sit with your family and watch some final render content. And your family will say, 'Who's that handsome boy on the screen? He looks gorgeous. I love the building he's doing too. He clearly knows the difference between a scrappy build and a lore-friendly build.'" And then you all have fun. You know what I'm saying? You all have fun after that. Oh yeah, I still need to download my mod to make the HUD smaller, didn't I? But okay, so this is the actual building. For some reason the bell isn't there though. I don't know why. Like, there is meant to be a bell in that gap right there, but it's not there, and I don't know why. I also put the little nucleus symbol up there. That's actually from the science center down below. I went ahead and grabbed a copy of it and stuck it right on the roof. I think it's cool, you know, it works. And let's go ahead and enter the place then. Oh wait, we haven't actually made the door yet, have we? Never mind. Okay, so COC, COA, I think this is the name of it. Diamond City. Yep, that's the name of the cell. Okay, fantastic. Yep, and we're in. Okay, so it's obviously very dark right now because there's no lighting or anything like that in here. Oh wow, it looks cool. It looks cool. Okay, so it seems alright. There's a little gap down there. See, this is stuff that we're primarily looking for, you know, little bits of mess and stuff like that. But besides that, it looks pretty good. You can see there's little gaps there. A little flickering of the textures. We'll have to go ahead and adjust them little by little. You know, adjust it by like 1 pixel. Move it up to avoid that little flickering texture that's right in the middle. That happens when you've got 2 objects in the same space and the engine doesn't know which texture to render. So it's trying to render both at the same time and it's flickering and getting confused. So we need to go ahead and adjust that. Jennifer Montgomery is here. Hello, Jennifer. Who says, "Final render, I absolutely adore the comedy. Thank you. It always makes me smile." Aww. There we go. And as I said, speaking of comedy, very, very sad to hear about the passing of old Barry Elliott. You know, Barry Chuckle. Very, very sad about that. I was watching some Chuckle Brothers this morning. So witty. I love it. Maybe that kind of inspired my humour. Just very silly. Alright, so we need to go ahead and adjust that bit right there. And we've got a little gap here as well. The kind of flickering light you can see. That is the void. You know, that's just empty space. There's nothing there. So it's just kind of showing that. Besides that, though, that's not bad a run, actually. That's not bad a run. Ooh. There's tiny holes in the floor. And you can see the void through it. It looks really pretty, actually. It looks kind of like stars. But, no, we'll definitely have to go ahead and fix that. We'll have to fix that. You know, just pull out 1 big plane underneath it. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, let's go ahead and fix some of those errors. Maybe try to add some kind of lighting. Maybe. Not too sure. And see what we can do. We could even find a missile, actually, because that's going to be kind of our centerpiece. So we could go ahead and do that, couldn't we? Alright, so let's go ahead and... oh, not that one, sorry. Go ahead and quick save it. And jump back into the creation kit. There we go. Oh, it feels good to be streaming again. It really does. Really does. Okay, so... And also, a really nice thing as well is that I've got like Windows and stuff like that mounted on an SSD now, rather than a hard drive. So it means Windows itself is much, much quicker. I really wanted to put Fallout 4 and stuff onto my SSD, my new SSD, but it's only 120 gig SSD. It's like, do I really want to put 40 gigabytes worth of Fallout 4 on that? I'd rather try to save it for when 76 is out. So, you know, when Fallout 76 comes out, I'll load that onto the SSD, so it runs perfectly. You know what I mean? Especially if we do go in and get the new graphics cards. Right, so... what am I doing? I am doing creation kit. That's what I'm doing. Right there. Wait, so what was that? Bethesda made the Call of Cthulhu game? The original one? Or is that the new one? That's the original one, isn't it? Oh, yeah. It was a cool game, actually, the Call of Cthulhu game. And they are doing a new one. But I didn't realise Bethesda did the original one. I thought they were just doing the new one. That's cool. It was kind of like a cool little horror shooter kind of thing. Really cool, actually. It's got nothing to do with Cthulhu. Well, it kind of does. But anyways. What else is there? Let's go ahead and read some of this. Slime Boy says, in Bavaria, there is no Dr. Pepper. No! I'm never going there. Never. 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 Can't go there if there's no Dr. Pepper. I'm lucky when there's Dr. Pepper here. And it's hell when it's not. If any of you guys are new here, the whole Dr. Pepper thing is kind of a running gag at this stage because I'm always drinking Dr. Pepper. I need to see if I can buy some of that Soylent stuff. But I don't think you can just get it in the UK. I think you've got to import it. Because that was really nice. Okay. So what I need to do, I need to go ahead and load up the mod again. This can take some time. So it's loaded it up now. I'm going to go ahead and check Twitter now. I'm going to go ahead and check the old Twitter. Because one thing we love to do on the old Twitter is see your messages. And also, let's go ahead and get another share spike. Let's go ahead and get another share spike up in here so we can get as many people watching as possible. Let's see if we can get a couple people sending in their tweets, a couple people sending in photos of themselves enjoying the live stream. And that'll be fantastic, won't it? We used to get lots of people sending in their selfies of themselves enjoying the live stream. But I don't know, I think people just got a little bit embarrassed of sending pictures of themselves. But let's see if we can get some selfies of you guys enjoying the live stream. Let's do that. Send it to my Twitter. The link is in the description. My Twitter handle is final_render. I repeat, final_render. That is the name of the Twitter account. So let's get some messages in there while we are waiting for the mod to load. I'll go ahead and put the little blue thing there just so you know the computer hasn't frozen. Just so you know it hasn't frozen right there. What else are people saying though? I'm gonna read this. Laura Elger says, I have the game, Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, that is the one. It's a really cool game. I believe I saw Rollbass playing a Let's Play of it years ago. Really cool game. Howl Elite says, enlarge a rocket to get the missile. I was thinking that. It depends what the textures are like. If the textures look really rubbish when we do it, then maybe not. But if they look okay still, if they still look, quite sharp, then I think that would be good. What else are people saying though? Slime Boys says, okay, Skosjana, I have to search Dr. Pepper, but no Bavaria, it's rare. Well, I'm still not going to those places, then if that's the case. Or maybe I should just have to bring my own Dr. Pepper if I go and visit those places. Maybe I can trade Dr. Pepper for a car or something if it's that rare. There are some places where you can literally just say, in places like in the Middle East and stuff like that, where you can just take a bottle of whiskey like Jack Daniels or something and trade it for like a car because it's so expensive to import and some places it's even not allowed. So people will just trade a car, a new car, for it, and that's legal. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's fascinating to me. It really, really is. What else are people saying though? Owen Woodthorpe says, are you ever going to play House Flipper again? Maybe. I don't really know. The thing about House Flipper though is that I was a little not too late to the punch, but once you've kind of seen a little bit of it, you've seen most of it. Does that make sense? Once you've seen a little bit, you've seen most of it. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's very fun to play, but to watch it, it gets a bit repetitive, So maybe on a stream or something like that. We definitely want to go ahead and do more charity streams, and it was a really good hit on the charity stream was House Flipper. It was brand new at the time, House Flipper. So I think next time we do a charity stream, not sure when, we'll definitely go ahead and do that. I really enjoyed doing the charity live stream. It was good fun. I do definitely want to do a 12-hour live stream when 76 comes out. Alright, so let's fix this error we saw down here. Put it down a bit like that. Put him down, boys. There we go. So we fixed that little error there. I'm just bringing in these metal bits to go ahead and hide the seams of the wall. Make it look tidier again still. So there we go. Oh yeah, that looks clear as day now, doesn't it? Now you can go ahead and look at it again. Yep, there you go. Big old gap right there. Definitely don't want that. Best way to do it is probably just to raise it up like that. And maybe just flip it down a bit. Throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. How's that going? Yep, that's good. Looks like there's no gap in there now. Oh, actually, there is a little bit of a gap still. Actually, we need to raise this one up a bit higher. Higher and higher. Okay, so where are we going now, though? What's going on? What is it? I can't believe it. How about... Was that all it was? Was there only like those two, mainly? We did need to go ahead and stop the light leaking through the bottom, didn't we? Very easy fix for that. Just go ahead and grab something that is big enough to cover the entire floor. You know, this bit of wood right here. Because I think this floor is technically a ceiling and a floor. So therefore, it's got holes in the roof. I think it's the one you can find in the workshop. But anyways, just go ahead and do that. And just do that a little bit. Now there's not going to be any of those little lights shining through. Hey there with the pretty face. Welcome to the human race. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky. That's a good song, actually, Mr. Blue Sky. Okay. For some reason, I've been doing loads of time. During the day when I've been doing stuff, I've been watching new live versions of really old songs. So, you know, see bands who are like really old now, or maybe sometimes it's just a couple decades older, and it's like, these are fantastic. I love it. I saw a really good cover of well, not a cover, an acoustic version of Take On Me by Aha, and it's acoustic and really solemn and sad. It's really good. And I saw a modern cover, not even a cover, the actual band of Video Killed the Radio Star. They sound even better than they did on the record. It's incredible. Oh, what else are people saying? Jennifer Montgomery says, final render, add a bunch of candles to the church. Make them and God rays from the windows the primary light source of the church. I wasn't going to do windows. What I would like to do is have like a big hole in the roof, a circular hole. You know, just in case you've forgotten what a circle was. That's a circular hole. And I want the missile to be poking out of the top of it slightly. So light would be coming down there and God rays would be coming through the roof. You know what I mean? I think that would look really, really nice if we could go ahead and do that. But let's try it. Let's get a rocket. Could we do... Oh, no, don't be silly. I was going to say, could we get the red rocket? But I'm like, no, that looks stupid. Doesn't look like an actual one. Okay, so... Where is the rocket? It'll be under ammo, won't it? If we go up to the top, we should be able to find the ammo category. No. Is it not called a rocket? Oh, it's called a missile, isn't it? It's not called a rocket. It's called a missile. Missile camera. Oh, maybe not then. Maybe it is called a rocket then. Pocket engine. Pocket engine was my nickname in high school. Toggle button rocket. Toy rocket ship. No. What's it called then? If it's not missile, what is it called? If I actually go to the ammo section, I think there is like a special section in this option here just called ammo. Should be able to find that. And Jennifer Montgomery also says the oil lamps would help create some lighting as well. I do like the idea of oil lamps. That would be cool. You know, I do want to kind of emulate the look of the stuff that we see in Far Harbor, you know, in the nucleus, but without actually using any of their assets. I think that would be a good way to do it, because if I say included Far Harbor as a requirement, which I don't want to do, then you could easily just go ahead and grab all that stuff, put it in, but it's like, you've seen it then. You've seen it, haven't you? Here we go. Check out this ammo section here. Okay, so... Ammo missile. Oh, there we go. So it is called missile. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. We've got it. Let's go ahead and grab the model data. We need to go ahead and convert it into a static model. Go ahead and grab this here. Yep, that's it, alright. I have no idea if this will work. It might look really stupid, but we'll see. We'll see. As I said, I want there to be an actual missile. An actual rocket. But I don't think there is. Or even just like an actual, even like a uranium bomb would be fine, but there aren't any, you know, any like that. So, where am I going now? Static, that's where I'm going. I'm going to static. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. But yeah, and also in my quest to find old songs and enjoy them again, I found some strange covers of Disney songs, including a cover of, what's it called, Songs from the South, you know, Zippity Doo Dah. Oh, that is so racist, that film nowadays. It's so bad. At the time, it was okay. And they're talking about re-releasing it, because in historical context, it's okay. But it's so bad. You know, that's very classic Disney, where it was very, very racist, and it was okay at the time, you know? Okay, so let's call it Rocket COA, Church of Atom. And change the model over. There we go. So now we've got a static missile right here. Create new form. Yes, please. Always create new form. That way you don't overwrite any other objects when you turn things static. What else are people saying, though? TC Games says mini nuke. I thought about a mini nuke. I also thought about the ones that Liberty Prime has, because those are a bit bigger already. That would be a very good way to do it. But I like the idea of it being like an ICBM. You know? Okay, so what was it? COA rocket. Did I call it rocket or missile? I don't even remember what I called it. I don't even remember what I called it. God damn it, Janet. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Forgotten what I called it already. COA. Oh, don't freeze, Creation Kit. Don't freeze. Is it dead? It's frozen. Oh dear. Don't click on anything when the Creation Kit does this. Don't click on anything. Let it work it out. It gets very confused, the Creation Kit. Even Bethesda themselves have said that it's very, very buggy. So don't touch the Creation Kit. There we go. It's back to normal now. Oh, what else are people saying though? The Bigfoot says, where in the Commonwealth are you building at? We are in our Diamond City expansion mod that we've been making. So we're about 70 foot up off the floor of Diamond City. What else are people saying though? Ben Appleby says, perhaps you could use an upscaled mini nuke as the bomb. Yeah, but I'm thinking the Liberty Prime one would be better, because if we scale that up, the textures will look sharper. You know, that might be good. What else is there? Orpheus says, one thing I really want in 76 is Automaton for free. I think it might have that, because in the trailers we can go ahead and see a Protectron Bay in one of the camps that somebody built. So maybe you can go ahead and build one of the things yourself, you know? One of the robots. I can't believe this. I've forgotten the name of the object I made. Oh, this sucks. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. What did I call it, guys? Rocket Church of Atom. That's what it was. Okay, Rocket Church of Atom. So here we go. This is the moment of truth. I don't know how well this will work, because this could look really bad. Because when you scale up a small object, the textures can look bad. You know, they can look muddy. You know, it's kind of like when you zoom into a photo really far, you know, you lose some of the detail. Or you stretch a photo, I should say. Because that's essentially what we are doing. We are taking the textures of this object and stretching it. Well, that's its maximum size. And that ain't big enough. It doesn't look bad, though. It does look cool. Yeah, the textures don't look that bad. But it's too small still. So yeah, never mind. Great idea. But it's just a bit too small, you know? Sometimes you just need a little bit of length. But let's see if we can go ahead and grab the Liberty Prime bomb. I think these are already static. Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime is a very cool thing in Fallout, isn't it? Liberty Prime is so cool. Liberty Prime bomb, here we go. Yeah, see, that looks really big and meaty, doesn't it? That looks like the kind of bomb you'd go ahead take home to your girlfriend's parents. But let's see if we can scale this up. That it might be too wide. That's our bigger problem now. Height is okay, but the width might be problematic. Let's go ahead and poke it down. I'll make it a bit smaller. Okay, so now it's inside the walls. How big is it now, though? It's really big. Really big. Alright. Need to raise it up a bit. I don't know if it works, because it looks like a bomb. Bombs aren't this big. Missiles are this big. But, you know... Ugh. It works for the concept, but it's too fat. It's too fat. It needs to be thin, you know? Another concept, another idea I had was to use a, you know, just a generator. What's it called? A reactor, sorry, not a generator. They do have these in the institute. See these reactors right here. You can even go ahead and walk inside these ones. which is very cool. And the idea was that maybe you could go ahead and make our own one. You know, we don't actually have a missile big enough, but we can kind of make something that looks like it could be. Does that make sense? Go ahead and make our own one. Let's try that. Let's try that. Go ahead and shrink it down. And just kind of build our own missile. Because that could be alright. So no, we can use like the tip of the missile or something. Yeah, just the tip though. But I don't know if that's going to work either. Okay, you know, forget it. Move on for now. Move on for now. I have a golden rule. If you're trying to do something and it's never working, move on for a while. Move on for a while. You'll get inspired or find something later, you know? Laura Elshire says, I suppose the ICBM is a convenient idea for the confined urban space. Well, I just want some kind of nuclear reactor. I don't have to have a missile. I just love the idea of a missile. But it doesn't have to be that, you know, we can just have regular kind of generators and stuff. But let's see if we can get some of the catwalks going. I wanted catwalks. I don't know if I want circular ones or square ones. Square ones will make more sense, wouldn't it? I think we type in ind cat. We're going to use the same ones that we used on the exterior. So these are the ones that we actually used on the exterior to go ahead and build all of the walkways. And I want to go ahead and have this be the alternate levels of the church. And I want to use ladders to go ahead and climb up. They do have circular ones. The circular ones would be cool. But I want to use square ones because it's already a square building. Let's see. Stairs, ramp, circle, circle. What on earth is that? Oh, that's a cap. We don't want a cap. 4-way, 3-way, 2-way, 1-way. Every way. Stairs, no. Just give me a corner piece, please. That's kind of cool. Not what I want, though. Or even just a straight piece for now. That would be fine. Or do I need the, I might need the corner pieces now. Think about it. Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head right now. How do I want this to work? I will need some of these, won't I? Yeah. Okay. So let's raise these up a little bit. They'll have to be a bit smaller, as you'd expect. But once we've made them a little bit smaller, should be able to walk around on these still. Alright, and flip it that way. Ooh, oh, I almost want this shape, but the other way. You know, I want the triangle part to be in the corner. Can we get something like that? And I'll need like one-way ones, won't I? I want one-way ones with rails, though. I'm sorry this is a bit boring, but you know, the design phase always can be a bit dull. But once we kind of got the look, everything will be great. Camden Stewart says, have you heard of our Lord and Saviour, Todd Howard? He's not a lord. Jennifer Montgomery says, place a catwalk near the base of the explosion, of the explosive you use. It would be great for most devotees to get close to it. Well, this is why I wanted like the tall missile. Because the idea is that you can have people crouched on this catwalk, you can have people crouched down here, and everybody is equally close to the missile. Rather than, say, a church where the priest or vicar or whatever is at the far end and some people are further away. I want it to be circular, you know, like the Knights of the Round Table. You know, everyone is equal in this place. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And we have also got the only guy named Taylor saying, what's up, guys? What up, Taylor? How's it going, my man? The wonderful thing about Taylor, there is a wonderful thing. The tops are made of rubber, the bonds are made of spring. A bouncy, 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 trancing, fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about Taylor is that there's the only one. I need to watch Christopher Robin, you know, the new Winnie the Pooh. I need to watch that. Is that what I want? No. Can't walk one way. Oh, you can have railings on one side, I suppose. Not the end of the world. And what is the scale of this? I obviously scaled this down. So I scaled it to 0.48. Okay, I will have to do that number for all these pieces. In theory, they should still fit, because it is a square room. Oh, but it isn't. We might just have to go with a square rather than this design here. But I don't know. What else has square bits? The Pridwin rails might be good. I've used the Pridwin stuff before. Let's try that. Try the Pridwin walkways. Pridwin walkways are actually really good because they've got more pieces than you need. They've got loads of them, which is brilliant. Ben Appleby, hello there Ben, says, I have an idea. Maybe you could have the remains of a bomb and have some info on a terminal explaining that the bomb was disassembled to be part of the Diamond City. Oh, sorry. Nice idea. The only thing, though, is that I'm kind of toying with two ideas here, and I don't know if it's worth doing. I want to do the idea that this is also the power reactor room. This is where they make all the power. So, you know, along the edges of the walls, there'll be terminals and stuff like that, and machinery and stuff to generate power. But I want it all to come from a missile in the middle, but there just aren't any missiles. Alright, so Pridwin exterior, Pridwin. Actually, probably the best thing to do is probably just go to the Pridwin, isn't it? That'll be the best way to do it. Let's go to the Pridwin. We're going on a field trip, people. Going on a field trip. Okay, so let's head to the Pridwin. Pridwin Hull 01, main deck, command, quarters, Main deck is what we need. Oh, that's yummy, that's yummy. And the other thing we can do if we really don't find any missiles that are suitable is just to go ahead and just like maybe stack reactors. That's something we could do. That way everybody can still be near the reactors and stuff like that. And they do have a little door in each reactor, so in theory it would make sense to have them on multiple levels so you could kind of service each reactor, you know? Service, you know, poke your finger into the reactor, go sleep in there a little bit if you want to, you know, hey, you know, you're part of a Church of Adam, you don't care about that stuff. So yeah, these catwalk sections in the Pridwin, I haven't been in here in a long time. That's what I want. Those right there, those square ones. That's all I wanted for now. Just go ahead and grab that. I actually did do a huge build in the Pridwin, didn't I? It was massive. It was probably the biggest project I'd done at the time. Some people are saying it's glitchy and stuff like that. Guys, I haven't been able to replicate any of the glitches people talk about. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Alright, so now that's done, let's go back to our mod. We're going to go back to our mod now. If I can find the damn creation kit button. That one right there. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. That's why I couldn't find it. Need to go in and grab the cell view here. Pop that back up there just for you. There we go. Pop it, put it back there. Make sure it's all pretty. And go back to this here. So now, paste this in. Paste this in here. Raise it up. So now that that's in there, again, we do have to shrink it down a tad because it's way too small. Way too big, sorry. Go ahead and pop it just like that. Shrink it down. I don't know how small that's going to be. That railing's probably going to be about knee height, you know, just about to where your knee is, and that's okay, I think, for the height of this. Pop it right in the corner, just like that. That's probably as tight as it's going to get, isn't it? Alright. Jennifer Montgomery says, some people may not want to be that close to it because they are not as devout yet. So having a place where they are not close up and personal to the bomb would be great. True. The lower level is a bit wider. The second level and the third level are much closer to the reactor. Maybe you could kind of say, like, the most devoted people go to the second and third level of ascension, you could call it. But in reality, it's just maintenance, you know? But level 1 could be like level 1 ascension. And then everything else higher is grander. If there are ranks and stuff. We don't really know much about the Church of Atom if you think about it. We know that they do have a structure, which is adhered to throughout the land, so to speak. But we don't really know much about them. You know, we just know they worship the radiation and stuff. That's about it if you think about it. It would be interesting to know much more in-depth stuff about it. It's like, are there rules? Are there... What do you do in the Church of Atom? You know, what's the qualifications to get in? Do you just need to help them out or something? That's pretty much what you did in Far Harbor. You just said, I think I may be a good member. And they're like, okay. Go on this weird quest where you get totally high and then we'll allow you in as a member. Alright, so go ahead and shrink that down again. And pop that there. Question is this going to fit? Are we going to get 2 corners in there? We should, in theory, be able to get 2 corners in there, no problem. This should be as tight as an arm's glove. but I have no idea. Put that down there, hit OK, and hit apply. What else are people saying though? Ben Appleby says, if all else fails, you could have the rocket engine sticking out of the ground as if the missile buried itself in the ground and didn't explode. But the idea is I want it to start at the bottom and then just poke out the top of the roof. I want to put a little hole in the roof so the light can come through, almost as if they made a hole in the roof just to accommodate this missile, and then they are somehow harnessing the nuclear material inside this missile to power their own fission reaction. That's the idea I had. 'Cause if you think about it, we don't even know how the fusion generations work. Is it actually fusion? Because here's the thing, people. Fusion reactions, you don't actually need nuclear material. Did you know that? You don't actually need to have nuclear material in a fusion reaction. So, you know, the fusion cores might not actually be radioactive in reality. Obviously, we know the bombs are. And obviously, it's safe to assume that they actually are radioactive. But you don't need it. You can make a fusion reaction with, like, helium, for example, and steel. And then just kind of use it the same way you would use a conventional nuclear reactor to go ahead and power a turbine by boiling water. Did you know that? Nuclear fusion is actually very different to nuclear fission. And MXR Plays has uploaded a video called Girls Doing the Impossible. Sounds hilarious. I'll watch that after. Yeah, because I've messed with the scale, I need to go ahead and put these in manually. Maybe slide the whole thing a bit to the left. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Boom, boom. Cha-cha, real smooth. The cha-cha slide. Classic. That was like memes. It was like, man, that was memes before memes, man. How's that looking? Tiny little glitch. Tiny little glitch. We need to go ahead and adjust this very slightly. We did have the glitch on the pillar as well. I forgot to change that. Okay, so what was it? Was it the Y? It wasn't the Y, it was the X. Okay, so we need to adjust this by 0.1 of units until there is a gap. And then just move it back again. See, there we go. There we go. That's pretty perfect. So now we shouldn't get a texture bug. Nope, no texture bug. Normally you can just snap things together. But seeing as we're working with things at different scales, doesn't quite work like that. There's a very tiny little texture bug there. Very tiny. 0.1. There we go. Go ahead and pull it out a little bit and push it back in. There we go. That's pretty good. This might be a perfect size actually. It's a little bit too small, but I can cope with that. Because we do have a little bit of space to work with here with this bit of wood, you know? There's that. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's duplicate this now. I'm not even recording, am I? God damn it. I need to remember to record stuff. I need to do that. And we will... wait that to go away. Flip that around. And snapping is off. Bring it across like this. Here we go. And the idea is that I want to have ladders. So the player can go up. But obviously the screen will go black for like half a second as they ascend, you know? Because unfortunately there's no actual ladder animations in the Fallout engine, is there? That's looking pretty good. I think this will fit. I think this will fit quite nicely. Vindicator Win says, who dropped the 200 bomb, eh? Oh, remember, we're not cheering him just yet. We're just saying thank you right now, until the graphics card has been bought. Slime Boy says, how long do you think you need to finish for Diamond City mod? Honestly, it won't be that long. It'll be done before 76 comes out, I'll promise you that. Because I need it done before then. I need it done before then. But we've only got one more interior to do after this one. And again, I don't think I'll stream that, because it's just going to be building a room like this. I'm popping a workshop in it. That's all it's going to be. After that, we have got to do all the NPCs and stuff. And that's going to be interesting. Because the NPCs, we are going to not only name after all the sponsors and Patreon people and stuff like that, but also in regards to the actual NPCs, we're also going to do lots of like terminals and stuff like that. Kind of build the lore. We're not just doing the NPCs, we're also building the lore of the place. I love the idea. Here's some of the lore I want to do. I want to do that everyone who lives in the upper city is a synth. I love that idea. I think that would be so creepy. If you lived in the poor part of town, you know, down below, the regular Diamond City, and you found out all the rich people who lived above you, all of them were simps. Imagine that. Imagine the sense of betrayal and fear that would induce in you. And also it makes sense because, you know, there is a certain person in Diamond City who is a simp, you know, who would allow the simps in. There's a tiny little texture glitch. So what I'm going to do, lower it down 0.01. Just like that. You probably couldn't even see it. But I've just lowered that down very slightly to avoid the texture bug. But what else is there? And Laura Elshid says, hi, Vindicator. See, I love it when people talk to each other. I love it. And Feo Van Durzen is here. Hello there, Feo. Nice to see you. Who else have we got here talking? Vindicator Win says, oh, okay. Thanks for the 200 TC. Yeah, definitely. We all say thank you. And should just be able to duplicate this one straight away now, right? Yeah? I don't know how I'm going to get the ladder to work, though. Now, think about it. Maybe you can get these in, like, quarter pieces. We'll worry about that later. When in doubt, worry about it later. Fix it in the edit. That's another common thing to say. So now we need to move this back on the Y. No, the X. X go give it to you. Oh, when are you to get it on your own? X go deliver it to you. There's a brilliant video I saw on YouTube once. You have to look it up. It was a compilation of dogs that sound like DMX. It was awesome. There's loads of dogs going, oh, oh. Well, I obviously don't sound like DMX. You know, I'm way too white for that. But there's loads of dogs who sounded like DMX. I loved it. Okay. So that's our little kind of catwalk right there. It looks a bit derpy from below. If we can fill in that metal gap, fill it in with something just to kind of hide the seam. Or maybe just lower it all. Lower it all so it's all attached to the wood. That might be better, actually. So you see what I mean? You know, I want to have this big missile going up the... I want to have this big missile going up the top with all the machinery at the bottom. God, someone clip that. Oh, you can't clip on YouTube. Ha! Joke's on you. Right, I'll be uploading it to the playlist anyway. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to save it, and I'm also going to group this. I'm going to group this, and let's call it COA Rails. So now let's lower these very slightly so that they're in line with the wooden pillars. Does this kind of work? Oh, it's very close. It's very close. That's not in line. It can go a little bit back this way. If we have a little gap, it's okay, because we can go ahead and fill it in with something, you know, get some polyfiller on it. Or better yet, we could just adjust the pillar slightly. That might be even better. Just do that slightly, you know? There we go, sweet. That should be perfect now. Not bad, right? Not bad. It looks good. It looks good. What else are people saying, though? Howl Elite says, you should have the bomb smashed through the wall and the reactor started a meltdown. And that's why the children have moved up one. I want to get one thing straight. This isn't a building that has been hit by a missile. It's a building which has had a missile moved into it. You know what I mean? That's kind of the plan I want to go for. Because I just imagine some people getting a missile and then turning that missile into a nuclear reactor. Or fission reactor, sorry. Doesn't even have to be nuclear fission. So let's just do the same for this upper part here. The upper level. I'm very happy the way this looks, guys. I'm very happy the way this has turned out. This has turned out really nicely. There we go, just like that. I'm tempted to go ahead and change the flooring to not be wood now, because the wood starts to look a little bit naff in comparison to this now. I'll have to go ahead and muddy it up, you know, put lots of dirt and stuff in here. But it looks pretty good. Okay, so I think it's time to go ahead and jump in game, actually. Time to jump in game and take a look at this, see what it looks like. And I think that's all we need to do, really, for the actual stands. We'll need to put the ladders on them, of course, and maybe put like some terminals and stuff. But I like the look of it. I really do. It feels awesome. Are there missiles at Sentinel site? Can someone confirm or deny that to me? Are there missiles, giant missiles, at Sentinel site? Let me know. I don't remember. I've only been in Sentinel site once, and that was on my first playthrough, pretty much. So let me know. Because if there are missiles at Sentinel site, that would be an absolute blessing. Okay, so Ben Appleby says, you should make Dave the leader of the Diamond City Children of Adam. Hey Dave, what do you think about being the leader of a church of people who are addicted to radiation? Radiation, I said. Well, you like that idea, do you? Oh yeah, but the last time you were in a cult, do you remember, you nearly poisoned everyone. Yes, I know they want to be poisoned in this case, but not with anthrax. Dave would be a very problematic leader, I think. But maybe he'll be up for the challenge one day. Maybe he'll be up for it. Yeah, are there nuclear missiles at Sentinel site? That would be incredible. That would be incredible if there are. And David Harmon says, wish you could use the effect like at the Children of Atom in Far Harbor. Well, you can have the same effect, you know. That's mostly just a green light with a very thick brown fog. You know, you can totally do that. You can totally do that. It's just, do I really want to emulate that? Or do I want to go ahead and try to make my own thing? As I said, I do want a hole in the ceiling. So all of that fog would actually leave, you know. And there is a big air vent on the side. Probably dangerous now I think about it. You should probably remove that air vent. That doesn't really make sense, does it? If there's radiation in there, you don't want an air vent blowing all the radiation outside. What else is there? Vindicator Win says, so Render, how you doing? Not seen you a couple of months. I see the Diamond City mod is going fabulously. It certainly is, matey. It's going very, very well. And Jennifer Montgomery says, use a mix of wood and concrete, or just concrete. I think it would add some grime to the look, but still have it be a little clean. I'm okay with putting dirt and stuff everywhere. I do want to have the what are they actually called? The brain fungus. I want to have lots of that. Everything that can kind of emit like green light, I want to have it in there. So we could have like growing on the walls and stuff like that, you know? I think that would be a really... I want it to look... I'm trying to think of something similar. Imagine like a greenhouse or something with computer terminals in it. So, you know, there's plants and stuff everywhere and like radioactive fungi and stuff all over the place. But there's also machinery and stuff. Almost kind of like Batman with all the poison ivy stuff, you know? That don't look too bad. Oh, this is cool. I like the sense of verticality it's got. I like the sense of verticality. That looks very, very nice indeed. Yeah, that's really, really nice. I like that. I like that. Let's go ahead and... Actually, yeah, TFC. Let's go ahead and check it out from up here. Dude. It's totally rad. Ha! Do you get it? Rad. Ha! Church of Atom. Rad. You know, your radiation, you know, gives you lymphoma and stuff, you know. There we go. I like it. I like it. I think it's very, very cool. Faye Van Derzen says, Render, can you do a Q&A or something like that? Hey, if you've got a question, just ask it. I've always had kind of like an open paper, so to speak, when it comes to questions. If you've got a question, just ask it. If you do want to go ahead and talk to me and other people in the Renderlings community, we do have the Discord in the chat, remember. There is a link to the Discord in the chat. You can go ahead and join that and talk to me and other people. Okay, so I think this looks pretty good. You know what? We could go even higher, you know. I don't know. We could go even higher. You know, work on the exterior, add another level. And that would be really cool. Have like 4 levels to this place. I like it, I like it. But, what I think we could probably do now, we could probably go ahead and add some of the terminals and stuff like that to the wall and stuff like that. Because as I said, it's not just a place of worship, it's also a functioning powers generator, this place. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm trying to think, what does a nuclear fission reactor need? Besides, well, obviously, it's all internal in this case. But what would a place like this need? It would need to dissipate heat. We would need some kind of heat sinks on this. If you actually look at the if you look at footage or videos of the main kind of server areas, you know, the giant servers which are like a mile wide warehouse for companies like Google and Facebook, their entire buildings are designed to kind of act like computer components and have like heat sinks on the roof and stuff like that, so the entire building helps cool down all the computers inside. Maybe we could do something like that as well. Maybe we could actually make the building part of the function of the generator. It's not just a room with a generator in it. The actual building itself helps with the reaction in some way, you know. Daniel Moore says, where is the elevator to get to the upper levels? We're going to have a ladder. There are ladders in the game which you can go ahead and use. We're going to have ladders on each of the floor. You just go out to the ladder, hit X or whatever, or E. The screen will go black for like half a second, and then you'll be on the next level. That's how the ladders work in the creation engine. Ben Appleby says, can you make the bomb more radioactive the closer you get? I don't want it to be too bad. I don't want players to not want to come in here because it's too dangerous. But maybe a tiny bit. Maybe a tiny bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and load up the mod. We're going to start loading up the mod now, so this is your last chance to go ahead and send in your selfies of you guys enjoying the live stream to my Twitter. That is final_render on Twitter. This is your last chance. We're probably not going to be able to look at Twitter again unless we look in game one more time, you know? So go ahead and send in your selfies of yourself enjoying the live stream to my Twitter, final_render, and we will go ahead and look at that. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and quickly check the Twitter now and see what is up. Okie dokie. So let's go to see what we have got. We have got Pluto has now followed. Hello there, Pluto. Nice to see you. Thanks for following. Neil Gordon has liked that. Oh no, that's someone else. Sorry, that was from earlier. And DCGF1 YouTube says, watch Final Render stream. Please, it's good. Indeed. Make sure you give a link to people so they can actually go ahead and see the stream as well, please, buddy. If you want to go ahead and share it, that's the best way. And Howl Elite has gone ahead and followed. Thank you very much, matey. Very, very kind of you to go ahead and do that. Anyone else want to go ahead and tune in? Go ahead and do it. Okay. TC Game says, try a scaled up bullet. A scaled up bullet? Maybe. It would be the right shape. Let's try it. Let's try it. We'll try a bullet. You can get 50 caliber bullets. So that might be a good way. I do want to go in and check Sentinel site first, though. I do want to go in and check Sentinel site. Because I swear there's like a missile or something in Sentinel site. I swear there is. Because, I mean, Sentinel site is a nuclear missile silo, isn't it? Worst case scenario, I could try to fake it. I could just try to make something that looks like a missile. You know, using other bits. Is what it is. What else are people saying, though? Go in and read some of this. Kai Croft says there's a small gap on the second floor. No worries, we'll go ahead and look into that when we're loaded up. And it looks like we are. Just go in and pour myself a drink first, guys. And Howl Elite says, is it possible to add a pacified rad scorpion in a cage on the top floor? Well, you know what? I thought about this. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have little ones in little cages? You know, ones that are like maybe the size of actual scorpions. Maybe a little bit bigger. And have them like on a shelf. And you know, so they'd still be moving around and stuff like that. But I think that would be really sweet. You know, almost as if like they like the rad scorpions as pets, but they can't go ahead and get the giant ones because that would cause too much trouble. And isn't there a thing? Oh, Daniel Moore says Sentinel site has no missiles. Damn it, I could have sworn there were. Oh well. Well, isn't there a thing that scorpions are very much like rad roaches in the sense that they are really resistant to radiation? Isn't that a thing? I could have sworn it was. There's a tiny gap in the second one. Yeah, because we haven't adjusted these pillars yet, have we? Yeah, there we go. There's the little gap. We did adjust the pillars on the first floor, but we haven't done it on this one yet. Oh, these are grouped together. Let's ungroup them. Wait, so was that removed? Yeah, that's removed from the... Oh no, for God's sake. No! Stop it! Okay, so... ungroup. There we go. Sweet! So let's adjust this one then. We could just scale it up a little bit, actually. That might be alright. That hides the gap a little bit there. And it should be the same on this side. Yep. Because it fits perfectly one way. But the other way it's a little bit too short. So we just got to hide it a little bit. There we go. So now there's no more gap in between those. Fantastic. So yeah, the terminals I want to use. Where are they? Where are they? Trying to think where they are. I think they're in the vaults and stuff like that. You know, just kind of generic terminals and stuff like that. I don't want like institute ones. Let's try a 50 caliber bullet. 50 caliber would probably be a good one to do because 50 caliber is actually the biggest caliber in game. So therefore, when we scale it up, it should be the least degraded in texture quality. We won't use a static one for now. We'll just go ahead and grab one here. 50 caliber bullet. I've got a 50 caliber bullet actually. Obviously not a real one. Well, no, it's a real one, but it's not live. And I've got it just over there. That's as big as it gets. Yeah, unfortunately the creation engine only allows you to scale things 5 times, I want to say? 10 times. Only allows you to scale it to 10 times its original size, so whilst that is much, much bigger, that's definitely very cool. But you can see what I mean by the texture quality. Obviously, when this is tiny, the texture looks fine. It looks totally fine, but when you scale it up, it stretches the texture so it looks muddy. So therefore, nice idea, really nice idea, but the creature kit won't let us scale it up that big. We might have to go ahead and make our own rocket, if that's really the case. I'll have to try some stuff off stream. TC Games says, think about the old Planet of the Apes. The nuke was gold, I think. I haven't seen the original Planet of the Apes. I haven't seen it. I remember seeing some of the TV show when I was a kid, but I haven't actually seen Planet of the Apes. I haven't really seen any Planet of the Apes. Now, think about it, besides the TV show. I haven't seen the modern ones. I haven't seen the Tim Burton one. I mean, oh, thank heavens, right? But yeah, I haven't seen any of them. But terminal. Oh, it's not terminals, is it? Machinery? Industrial machine robot. Oh, that's cool. That's like one of the ones you see at the in like the car factories and stuff, isn't it? Yeah, same for that one. What if I just type in computer? No, this just kind of gives me stuff. There's one called computer room. I'm trying to think, where have I seen them? You know, there's just loads and loads and loads of kind of grey terminals you can see on the wall and stuff. They're not the vault ones, are they? They're not in the vaults, are they? They might be in the vaults. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I'm gonna head to Vault 111 and see what's up. Or any vault, I suppose, would do. I've got to make sure I go to the right one, though. There's obviously 2 Vault 111 mods. Mods, even? Cells. There's a pre-war one and a regular one. Yeah, pre-war, cryo, main entrance. Okay, we're going into Vault 111 now. Here we go. So obviously this is the entrance. Is the entrance a completely different cell? Wow. I didn't know that. Okay, so we're not doing that then. We're going to this one. We'll do a different part of Vault 111. So true, man. Going to Vault 111 in VR was so weird. Because it's huge. This room we're in right now, it's like a 200-foot tall room. Well, not 200 foot. It's like a 150-foot tall, this room. And this giant gear, it's like 20-foot wide gap. It's so strange. Okay. I'm looking for the terminals as I want. Ah, you see these kind of terminals. You know, there's just like huge collections of these terminals. Con Big. Con Big. Con Air. I don't know. I swear to God there's more. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was just looking the wrong way. But yeah, there's loads of those kind of terminals that you can find in the vaults. And I love them. Because they just look so... They always got no purpose, you know? Normally you can look at a computer and go, oh, you know, that's the power supply, you know, that's the, yeah, that's some of the capacitors for the power supply, that connects to the terminal, that's a speaker. But these ones, if I can get the camera to turn around, if I can click on something, god damn it. There we go. But these ones, it's just like, I have no idea what that does. I have no idea at all. I just look at it and go, yep, looks like a machine. Oh, whatever. I've got two. That'll do for now. All right, let's go back. Here we go. And go right down to the bottom. And flip them round. There we go. So do these look fresh? Or do I need to muddy them up and stuff? Yeah, so I want it to not only look like a church, but also be a functioning power area. So let's check the textures on this thing. Yep, we do have dirty textures. Sweet, perfect. Go ahead and make the textures a bit filthy. Make them a bit dirtier. There we go. So what's it actually called then? Con Big, or just Con? Console! That's what it is, it's console. What the console? Console pan. Console pan. Yeah, they're all just the console stuff. Right, if I can find them in static though, or pack-ins. Are there pack-ins? Are there pack-ins of console stuff? That would make it even easier. There's a pack-in. No, that's a Vault Door console. Just one pack-in, really? And no static stuff? Are those the Institute ones? I don't want those ones. Yeah, see, they're too clean. They're too clean. It might be okay for some modders, because they can just go ahead and apply their own textures, but we ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that. So we're going to have to make our own one. Type in, like, con big. Or was it big con? I don't remember. David Harmon says, Liberty Prime nuke. We did try that, but it's too wide is the problem. It's too wide. So, it can reach for top, but it goes out of the walls, you know, and there's no space to walk around and stuff. So, good idea, but we did try it, and it's just a little too big, which really, really sucked. Because that was probably going to be my last resort to use for Liberty Prime 1. But it is what it is. And Late to the Fallout's here. Hello there, Late to the Fallout. Late to the Fallout is obviously the moderator of our Discord, or one of them. Go ahead and say hello to Late to the Fallout in the Discord. Who says, hi everyone, I hope you're all having a good day. We are certainly having a good day. It's been really productive, this stream. You know, we've got this entire little church built. This church which is also going to act as a power generator. Okay. But I like the look of these right here. I like the look of those. I'll have to probably go ahead and do some more research in my own time to find more consoles like this. I know there's more. I know there's more. There's hundreds and hundreds of them throughout the entire Fallout 4 game. You know, just consoles and stuff just put on the walls. And I want lots of them. And I don't mind that they're glitching through a little bit there. But I don't know what else to do. I mean, we've got a little bit of time, but most of the stuff we need to do is just going to be about research and stuff. Maybe we should try... I just had an idea, but it's missed. Okay, Vindicator Win says, Render, I'm going to go look for some missiles for you. Thank you. If you find some, let me know. If you find some, let me know. TC Game says, Final Render, try a round hallway. A round hallway. I don't think I know what you mean, buddy. Do you mean instead of a, do you mean instead of a square one like this? Do you mean like that? I'm not too sure. If you could just clarify that, buddy. I did think about doing a round one. But I thought around one, you lose a lot of space to walk around. Because obviously it's a square hole. So if you have a square entrance, then you actually have more space. The players have more space to walk around. We haven't even checked how tall these rails are yet. They're not full. Vindicator Win says Fusion Core. I think that'll be too small, but we can give it a go. You can only scale things up to 10 times their original size. But we'll try it. We'll give it a go. What may be a thing we can do? I've already mentioned this. But we just kind of make our own one. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's as big as you can make a fusion core. And that's that, you know, too small. I like the idea of kind of making some kind of contraption which has fusion cores you can plug into it. So the idea is, you got a fusion core, an empty fusion core, you can bring it here, and then they like push it into this machine, and then it recharges it for you. I love that idea. You know, even something like this. Even something like this console here, you know, you could go ahead and flip this round, for example, and shrink it down. The idea is that you can bring your fusion core here, and then you can just pop it in, just like that, and then it'll recharge for you. You know, I love that idea. Because I think then it actually gives it a little bit of life, a little bit of purpose, you know what I mean? But yeah, fusion core, too small, unfortunately. Too small. What else are people saying, though? Jennifer Montgomery says, a square one would be better so that the God rays can filter down to the bottom better. That's something we could do. We could go ahead and do the, we could do the God ray now. TZ Game says there are engines. That's true. In ArcJet systems, there's that giant engine. That could be part of the rocket. You know, we can use that at the bottom and then have some kind of spherical base. We could even use a fusion core. As long as it looks like a missile, then I'm down. I'm down for it, you know? Alright, so we've got this metal piece here then, this big old metal piece. Let's go ahead. We will have to go ahead and alter the outside as well. But let's go ahead and do it then. So how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I don't know how I'm going to do this. Because I know how to make God rays. I know how to do that. But I don't know how to make God rays without looking into the void. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe it'll be so blinding it won't even make a difference. Let's just try this for now. Let's go ahead and just make like a square hole for now, rather than a round one. It doesn't have to be neat, you know. It doesn't have to be neat at all. It can be scrappy. All right, so there's that. And obviously, part of optimizing would be doing something like this. but using less metal. Something I'll probably end up doing when it comes to optimizing is just deleting loads of bits of metal that the player can't actually see. Because I've probably got loads of bits of metal inside buildings and stuff, which aren't needed. Alright, so that's that there. And now, where do I go and get my God Rays from? I get them from the Boylston Club, don't I? That's where I go and get them. So, let's go and head to the Boylston Club. I never know if it's Boylston or Boyston. I never know. You know, like, Boyston sounds like I'm saying Boston with an accent very wrong. But is it Boylston? I honestly don't know. Right, so interior cells. I love the Boylston Club. One of my favourite things I ever built there was at the Boylston Club. Oh wait, what am I doing actually? I can just go to my I can just go to the bar, can't I? I've already got down the recents. Oh, it's not responding. Don't hit anything. Don't press any buttons. Don't press any buttons. There we go. Got that right there. What else are people saying in the chat though? What else are people saying? Go ahead and read some of these. Yeah, we got lots of people having fun in here, which is fantastic. The Bigfoot says, hello, how have things been since I left? Pretty good actually, we made some good progress. Right, let's go ahead and grab our light source then. Turn the markers on. Here we go, these are the ones which give you the really nice God Rays. These lights here, if I turn them on, like that. Let's grab one of them, just one, you know, because I only need one. I can duplicate more if I need to. And, where's my window gone? It can be a bit irritating streaming the creation kit because I can't see the chat and this very well. I have to kind of move the windows about and stuff like that. I need a third monitor ideally to monitor chat. Here we go. So let's just try this then. I have no idea if this will work. It might just look bad. You're telling me that didn't even copy. Really? That didn't even copy. Let's go back. Let's go back. Don't worry about it, people. It's just a commercial. Now, edit, copy. There we go. I've definitely done it now. And paste. There we go. Maybe I just hit the wrong button, you know, I don't know. Maybe I hit Control D rather than Control C. Right, let's turn the older lighting engine on. And I pretty much want it looking straight down. I want it straight vertical here. And, you know, you can do things like change their colour and stuff like that. So we could make it like a slightly off colour if we wanted to. Alright, and there's it's a spotlight, no retention. Okay, that should be good then. Let's go ahead and adjust its rotation here. Alright, so what way is that facing? That is facing 90 degrees that way. So is it this way? Almost. 270? Yep, 270 is straight down. Alright. So now let's grab this and bring it up like that. So this is the only light source we currently have in it. But what does it look like when we jump in? Oh, it's way too bright for a start. We'll have to go ahead and move it up. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a bit too bright, to say the least. It's a bit too bright. And what was that right there? Anthony Flynn has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Anthony. It's very kind of you. Ben Appleby says, I think there are missiles in the Chinese submarine. It's worth a check. It's worth a look. Okay. So let's go ahead and move this light source up, because god damn it, that is bright. Shine bright like a diamond. There we go. Bring that up a bit. Obviously, inverse square law. Move the light up, double its distance. Only half the light reaches its source. It's true. Physics. Yeah, I studied quantum optics. How's that looking now? That's too far away now. That's too far. You know, again, inverse square law. We moved it. We dug too deep. The God Ray doesn't even need to necessarily reach the bottom floor. We just need to see the rays shining through, you know? There we go. We got a little bit there. A little bit of light. I can't freaking tell where I am. Where am I? I'm right there. Turn the lights on so I can see what I'm doing. What's going on? There we go. Right, so there's our window there. Turn it on now. That does look good. We would have to go ahead and work with it so it doesn't look square, you know, so it looks circular. But we do have God Rays coming down. If we can have, like, some subtle dust falling down as well, that'll look really convincing. But yeah, let's go and check the Yangtze. Let's go and check the Yangtze and see what's up. If there's one big enough, then that's perfect. And if not, then yeah, we'll have to just basically make our own one. Like as TC Games said, you know, get the engine from Arcjet Systems, maybe just get like a fusion core in the middle, maybe get the pointy bit of the Liberty Prime bomb at the top, you know, just construct it ourselves. Kit bashing, it is known in the industry. If you look at films like Star Wars and stuff like that, and you look at all the details on Millennium Falcon and stuff like that, it's normally done by what's called kit bashing, when the model makers just get hundreds of model kits, you know, like toy model kits for like planes and trains and submarines, you know, whatever, and all planes, trains, and automobiles maybe, and then they just glue random bits on, and that's what we may have to do. And there's a cell called Lookup Failed. Oh, interesting. So, the Yangtze. Is it the Yangtze or Yangtze? Let's find out. Okay. It is Yangtze. Okay, that makes it easier then. Just go straight down to the bottom. In fact, it is the last cell on the list. So, yeah, I don't really remember much of the Yangtze. I really don't. I've only been there once or twice. So, it may take some exploring to go ahead and find these missiles. But if we can find them, then that's fantastic. Castle Winchester says, definitely have to have the glowing bottles and fusion core candles, as well as the banners from Far Harbor. No! We do not, for two reasons. One, I don't really want to emulate their stuff. And two, I want to go ahead and have this be DLC free. But, there's nothing to say we can't make our own. You know, we can make our own fusion cores with candles in, you know? So we can still do that. We're just not going to use the same assets. Because I don't want people to have to download DLC. Like, on PlayStation, for example, I don't have all the DLC. I've only got the building DLCs for it. Oh, cool poster right there. But, let's take a look around. See if we can find missiles. Find any missiles at all. As I said, I haven't really been here in a real long time. We've got the engine room here, presumably. See, originally it would have to look like this. What on earth is that right there? Ooh. Could use something like that. Is that part of it, or is that a different object? I can't freaking click on anything because there's too many layers in here. Oh, just these layers. Turn off the effects layer. See, that is freaking cool. We could do something with that, maybe. Just grab little pieces and stuff like that. Alright, so what else are people saying, though? The kitty cat says, just got here. Hello. Meow. Hello there, kitty cats. We actually are going to be wrapping up the stream in like 10 minutes. So hopefully you enjoy yourself for the next 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, if there are missiles here, and you know where they are, let me know, because I really don't remember this place. But someone just said there are missiles here. Oh yeah, see, we've got like barnacles and stuff like that. We might be able to squeeze them into our build. This, I presume, is the propeller engine right here. Ooh, boom! Look at that right there. It's only a bit of a missile. It's only a bit of a missile, but we've got one. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Ben Appleby says the item is a missile warhead. I presume that's this here. Missile intact reference. Yangtze lower level. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. So what we can do, we can grab that as the head. We can go ahead and find something for the middle and use the engine from the Arcjet Systems to go ahead and make the actual missile engine. Perfect. Perfect. Streaming wins again. Without your guys' help, we wouldn't have worked out all this. I probably would have just given up on the idea if I didn't have you guys helping me. Oh look, there's more consoles. Gonna grab one of them as well. It's a shame it isn't an entire missile. It's just the head. It's just the tip of the missile, unfortunately. But sometimes just the tip is just enough. Am I right, ladies? But let's just go ahead and work with this one, shall we? All right. So, where am I going? I need to go ahead and find my damn. There it is. I need to stop leaving it under there. Because it always brings the render window to the top. So I always lose it. Okay, so let's go back to our cell. Here we go, right here. So let's go ahead and paste it, like, in here. Oh, there's the console, anyway. Forget about that. Where's the missile head? There it is, right there. So I want this actually poking out of the top. And I'll go ahead and adjust the exterior to match, you know? Have this poking out of the top, just like that. That is so cool. That is absolutely ace. Okay, so we got that there. So I know it is just kind of a square hole still right now. But what we could do to make it look... Oh, actually, would it make a difference? I was going to say just rotate these like that to make it look circular. But no, it's still going to look square. It's just going to be offset. Silly me. Make a hexagon, maybe. Or an octagon. Something like that. But yeah, so that's the missile right there. Or at least the head of the missile. Let's see if we can find the engine that's in ArcJet Systems. That would be fantastic if we can get that as well. It will be right here. So, ArcJet engine, maybe? Would it just be easy to go there? Override trigger. No, it's right there. Okay. Holy mama, that's big. That is big, alright. I didn't... That might be all we need. That might be all we need. That is one big engine. I didn't realize it was that big. That is huge. Okay, no, shrink it down a little bit. It's too big for now. Because obviously when you first see it in the game, it's really high up. So you don't realize how big it is. This is obviously the engine that was meant to go to Mars, if I remember correctly. But obviously with the war and stuff like that, the actual contract fell through with ArcJet. So they never bothered actually using it for the Mars mission. Because of the Great War and stuff. But this looks ace. This looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with this. Okay, so let's put it down a bit there. It's going to be a nightmare lining things up. It's probably best to line things up with this engine, because this engine is massive. It's not just the item. As you can see, this giant box here. We click on other bits and stuff like that. We've got to be real careful. What I might do, I might move this onto another layer. I haven't been doing layers in any of this stuff for ages. The exterior has got loads of layers and stuff like that, but the interiors, nah, default layer. Everything's default, which I'm sure I will regret at some point later. I'll forget it for now. Alright, so let's lower this down. Let's get it lined up with the engine. Get the warhead lined up neatly. It's probably about the same girth as well. Girth. I love the word girth. It's fantastic, isn't it? So, it obviously doesn't look quite like a missile because it's got this frame on it, this kind of square frame. But maybe they added that after. You know, maybe they added that themselves. But if we can get the right diameter with the engine, it won't fill it, obviously. We'll have to go ahead and find another spherical object to fill the rest of it. Again, maybe something like a fusion core. Anything which has like a nuclear reaction symbol on it would be ideal. How's that looking? Is that about the right size? Not quite, no. This is really special. I love this. Have I mentioned that? We've got like these kind of metal braces on the side. If we could make the warhead fit these kind of metal braces, then that would work quite nicely. It would make it look quite believable. Oh, for God's sake. Right, are they fitting on all the braces? Not quite. We need to make it smaller slightly. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, we may have done it. We've done it. That's a perfect fit right there. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. So now let's raise this back to the ceiling. I want it poking out. Just like that. It's almost not really worth bothering with. You're not really going to see it. You're not even really going to see that bit. But it is there. Something we've always said with this mod is that even if the player can't see it, if they do one day discover it, they'll feel like they've discovered something. And that square bit is almost in line as well. If I can go ahead and adjust this to match, you know, the actual upper bit as well, actually make it look like it is integrated with the floor, then that'll be ideal. Because right now, as you can see, it's slightly off. Just like that. That should be good. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so what about something like a fusion core? Or something like that. Any kind of like long spherical object should be good. That should be fine. But we'll try like at a fusion core because it might just fit aesthetically, you know? Actually, no. We can't use a fusion core. Everyone knows what a fusion core looks like. They'll say, oh look, that's a fusion core. Ain't that cute? We can't use a fusion core. That's too obvious. I'll leave it for now. But we've got 5 minutes left of stream, and I want to see this thing. I want to see what it looks like. But I do also want to go ahead and grab a, what's it called? I want to grab a base for it. There is a base, which I want the engine to be resting on. Industrial oil reactor. Yeah, industrial oil fusion reactor. There is one, which is just a base. Let's just type in reactor, maybe. It might be that. Grebe reactor. We can do stuff like this. Add little things on this. That's a reactor main. Reactor base, is this it? Yeah, that's it. I just want this. I know it's spherical, but I want this to be at the bottom of it. And, you know, we'll have, like, wires and computer terminals and stuff like that. It almost fits perfectly as well. God damn it. Everything is going right with this, isn't it? Everything is going right. Raise this up a tad. There we go. And now adjust it a bit. Raise it up so we don't see the wooden floor. I don't want to see the wooden floor. It needs to come up a little more still. There we go. How's that looking? It's a little too high. There we go. See, we do have like this big pipe and stuff like that, and the pipe is going towards the computer terminal. That's even better. It's like I planned it. I totally did plan it though. I totally planned it. Okay, let's jump in game then. Let's jump in game. See what this looks like. Oh, what's that giant orange light? What the hell is that? I must have accidentally copy and pasted something else in as well. Let's find out what that is first. Put the markers on. What is that giant orange light? Can't have that. No, that's a door. What is that light? It's not from the engine, is it? Please don't say it's from the engine. Oh, it might be from the engine. Hopefully it isn't there when we go in game. It might just be showing orange light because that's the light it emits when it's firing. But it won't be firing because we don't have the scripts in place to fire it. So hopefully it isn't orange when we jump in game. But let's try it. Let's try it. And what I would love to do is obviously have like terminals and stuff like that explaining how the reactor works. That way people understand. They don't just go, why is there a rocket in here? They actually go, oh, this actually makes sense. You know? They are somehow harnessing the power inside this ICBM to go ahead and power it. Jennifer Montgomery says, I think the orange light looks good. It might be cool. It might look great. Let's go ahead and find out. Because it doesn't have to be green, does it? You know, obviously, we associate the fallout radioactivity with green, the colour green. But it could be kind of orangey. The glowing sea is kind of orangey in places. There we go. Okay, grab me a peasant stick right here. I need to get a new controller soon, yeah, the wire is starting to fray there. I'll have to go get one of the wireless ones. But I do hate wireless controllers that take AA batteries. Thankfully, Microsoft finally started making ones which are rechargeable. But it only took them like, what, 7 years to do that? Ever since the original Xbox 360, they had AA batteries in them, for God's sake. Okay, and Howl Elite says, gotta go, bye. Everyone say goodbye to Howl Elite, everyone. We are going to be going ahead and leaving the stream very, very soon. We are going to be going ahead and wrapping it up. So we just have to check something there. Oh, please don't do the texture thing. Oh, it did the texture thing, god damn it. For some reason, when I alt-tab out of it, when I jump back in, it's in like standard definition. It's weird. I don't understand what it is. I need to do it this way. Oh boy. Ho ho ho. Okay, it's hard to see. But it's there. It might be an idea to make it slightly smaller still. Slightly smaller. Just so you can actually look up. You know what I mean? Because right now it's really hard to actually see up. Can't see the God rays though. I wonder why that is. Let's actually turn it off right there. Yeah, it might just be that we're a little too low down. Let's go ahead and climb up here. Yeah, we might have to go ahead and either... You can scavenge the ICBM? I didn't even know that. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it might be that we need to lower down that light even more. And oh yeah, these rails are tiny, as you can see. These rails are literally just to stop you falling off. We might actually have to either change them with something else, like wood or something like that, and then put our own rails. Or maybe just go ahead and extend the railings so they actually look good, you know? But oh wow, the engine thing turned out really, really good. And look, oh. This doesn't work. We might actually have to go ahead and add some kind of obstruction plane right here. So the player doesn't, you know, walk through this pipe. But yeah, guys. Real cool this is. Real cool indeed. Really happy with this stream. This has been a really successful stream. Okay, time to quit it out here. I'll have a very quick look on Twitter. Okie dokie. Alrighty, so there's nothing really to do on Twitter except one thing. Going right there. We have also got FireZ Games going ahead saying, I spotted this. Vindicated win. This is a message from the chat who says, render, maybe they added the top bits for support render, add a little bit of story into our builds. Well, maybe. You know, maybe they did go ahead and do that. I'm not too sure myself, but it's totally convenient, isn't it? It's totally convenient. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning into this stream. This has been a really good stream. It's been a really good stream. We got loads of really good stuff done. Oh, sorry. Absolutely loads of really good stuff done. I'm really happy with the way it's looking so far. We may have to go ahead and do some fiddly work in order to make it so that the player can actually walk around efficiently. But besides that, it looks glorious. The idea I had is coming to fruition. It's really, really cool, and I absolutely love it. Ben Appleby says, when are you streaming next? We normally stream every 2 days, but I will let you guys know, probably, if I'm not. Or I definitely let you know if I am streaming, I'll put it that way. If you want to go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and also follow me on Discord, the links to both of those things are in the video description down below, then you should be able to go ahead and get notifications when I am definitely streaming. Not only that, but hit the bell icon when you're going ahead and subscribing to the channel. That generally does let you know when I am next streaming. It will say, Final Render is streaming in 5 hours time, you know, because I schedule them ahead of time. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been an absolutely awesome stream. We've had some really, really generous donations from you guys. You all know who you are. So thank you very much for that, people. It really does help keep the channel going. And it's been a really good stream. I really look forward to going ahead and doing more of this build. And I'll see you next time. This has been the Final Render, and you've been the audience. Till next time, farewell. Bye-bye. Say goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey, Dave, say goodbye to the people on the stream. Say goodbye, Dave. Go on, don't be shy. Don't pick your nose while waving to people. That's gross. Sorry about that. Bye-bye, gang. Bye-bye. Bye.